I kept speaking into shadows. I folded all my feelings into little quiet prayers, hoping somehow you would notice the sadness hiding there. You kissed me in the morning, but your eyes were far away, like somebody slowly leaving, though your body chose to stay. And every tiny heartbreak fell unnoticed to the floor. I was breaking softly, nightly, you just never heard the war. So I smiled through disappearing, while the silence filled the room. You held my hand so gently, still you never held the truth. You never heard the silence screaming underneath my skin. Never saw the storm I carried, or the ache I buried in. I was calling out in whispers while you drifted further on. And the loudest kind of heartbreak is when nobody knows you're gone. Ooh, you never heard the silence. I memorized your breathing like a song I couldn't save. Every tender little moment turned into another grave. The house became an echo of the love we used to be. Now the photographs look colder every time they look at me. And I still reach beside me in the middle of the night, like my soul still hasn't learned yet how to live without your light. I kept drowning in the quiet while pretending I could swim. You were standing right beside me, but I was losing time. You never heard the silence screaming underneath my skin. Never saw the storm I carried, or the ache I buried in. I was calling out in whispers while you drifted further on. And the loudest kind of heartbreak is when nobody knows you're gone. Maybe love can fade so slowly, people never see it die. Maybe hearts can keep on beating while they quietly say goodbye. And maybe I was just too gentle, too afraid to make you stay. So I turned my pain to silence and watched you walk away. Now you hear the silence echoing through empty rooms. Feel the ghost of all the words that never made it through. I was breaking like December, cold and beautiful and torn. And the loudest kind of heartbreak is loving someone all alone. You never heard me crying, you never heard my heart. Now the silence finally holds me. gently than you could. The rain still remembers you. Streetlights painted silver on the shattered avenue. Every drop upon the window still comes falling back to you. Your shadow lives in silence in the corners of my room, like a ghost that keeps returning with the perfume you once knew. And I still wear your sweater when the midnight air turns cold, just to feel your fading heartbeat wrapped around my soul. I try to hide the aching beneath the storm outside, but every quiet thunder pulled your memory back alive. You were whispered through the rain, like a prayer I couldn't keep, falling softly from the heavens into every part of me. And the clouds kept saying your name while the whole world turned to gray. Now every storm becomes a doorway to the love that washed away. Oh, whispered through the rain. Coffee growing colder on the table by the bed. So many things unspoken still circling in my head. I replay your final glance like a film I cannot end, wondering if you miss me or if I was just a season. The city keeps on breathing while I'm frozen in goodbye, trying not to call you every single lonely night. And even when I'm smiling, the storm still lingers near, because the loudest heartbreak is missing someone here. You were whispered through the rain, like a prayer I couldn't keep, falling softly from the heavens into every part of me. And the clouds kept saying your name while the whole world turned to gray. Now every storm becomes a doorway to the love that washed away. Maybe some hearts linger long after love is gone. Maybe some goodbyes echo forever in a song. And maybe every raindrop knows exactly where to fall, because every time it touches me, I still feel it all. You were whispered through the rain, like the last light in the dark. Every tear became an ocean running through my broken heart. And the sky cried out beside me as your memory poured down. Now I dance alone with thunder was hurting. I folded all my sorrow into ordinary days, smiling through the questions while my heart just slipped away. You told me I looked tired, I said I needed sleep, but the truth was far more fragile than the words I couldn't speak. I learned to cry in silence, with my face turned from the light, so nobody would witness how I disappeared at night. And every tear fell softly, like snow against the floor. You never heard the breaking behind the bedroom door. I kept crying quietly while the whole world carried on, holding all my shattered pieces, trying to stay strong. And every time you touched me, I pretended I was fine, but my soul was slowly fading, one silent tear at a time. Oh, I kept crying quietly. The mirror knew my sadness before anybody else. Every shadow underneath my eyes was asking me for help. I still replay your laughter like a record in my mind, searching for the version of us we somehow left behind. And even in a crowded room, I felt completely small, like my voice was slowly drowning inside invisible walls. I carried all this aching beneath the gentle smile, while my heart kept begging just to rest a little while. I kept crying quietly while the whole world carried on, holding all my shattered pieces, trying to stay strong. And every time you touched me, I pretended I was fine, but my soul was slowly fading, one silent tear at a time. Maybe pain grows quieter before it finally breaks. Maybe lonely hearts keep loving long after hope escapes. And maybe I was too afraid to tell you I was lost, so I wore my grief like velvet and hid the damage softly caused. Now I'm crying openly underneath these midnight skies, letting every hidden feeling finally come alive. And though the wound still lingers, there's a strength inside the pain, because the heart that breaks in silence can still learn to love again. Oh, I kept crying quietly, but now you hear sunlight. Then winter found your heart. You stopped reaching for my hand like you once did in the dark. Stopped tracing little galaxies across my fragile heart. Your kisses lost their fire, your eyes began to roam, and somehow standing next to you still felt so alone. The room became much colder, though the windows all were closed. I could feel the warmth between us slowly turning into smoke. I kept holding on to moments that were already gone, trying to save a fading love by loving twice as strong. When your love turned cold, I felt the winter enter me. Every word became a distance, every silence hurt to breathe, and I stood there in the ashes of the warmth we used to know, watching us become strangers. When your love turned cold, oh, when your love turned cold, I memorized your changes like cracks inside the wall. The way your voice grew careful, like you felt nothing at all. We used to dance in kitchens with laughter spilling free. Now even simple conversations sounded incomplete, and every night beside you felt a little less like home, until your touch became another place. I couldn't be alone. I whispered all my sadness into empty pillow seams, while your heart kept drifting further away from me in dreams. When your love turned cold, I felt the winter enter me. Every word became a distance, every silence hurt to breathe, and I stood there in the ashes of the warmth we used to know, watching us become strangers. When your love turned maybe love dies slowly, like embers in the rain. Maybe hearts stop fighting when they're tired of the pain. But I would have crossed forever just to keep us burning bright, while you quietly surrendered somewhere deep inside the night. When your love turned cold, the whole sky changed above me. Every promise froze like glass, breaking softly underneath me. Now I'm standing in the ruins of the life we used to hold, learning how to heal without you. After your love turned cold, after your love capsule still echoes here. Your coffee cup is still there by the window where you sat, like the morning never noticed you're not coming back. The hallway holds your footsteps in the silence after dark, and every room still whispers fragments of your heart. I leave the television playing just to fill the quiet air, because the loneliness grows louder every time I turn and stare at the emptiness beside me, where your warmth used to belong. I never knew a memory could feel this strong. The space you left behind still reaches out for me, like your shadow never really found the strength to leave. And every little corner of this aching life we knew still carries pieces of your light in everything I do. Oh, the space you left behind. I still sleep on my side, though the bed feels far too wide, like my heart keeps saving room for someone who said goodbye. The mirror looks unfamiliar now that you are gone. I hardly recognize the girl who's trying to move on. And every passing stranger with your cologne in the air turns my whole world upside down before I remember you're not there. I keep searching through the silence for the sound of your voice, but heartbreak doesn't disappear just because we had no choice. The space you left behind still reaches out for me, like your shadow never really found the strength to leave. And every little corner of this aching life we knew still carries pieces of your light in everything I do. Maybe love leaves echoes long after people go. Maybe hearts stay haunted by the tenderness they know. And maybe healing means accepting some wounds don't fully mend. They simply learn to soften with time instead. The space you left behind no longer feels so dark, though your memory still lingers like a candle in my heart. And even through the sadness, there's a beauty shining through, because the love you left inside me still helps me make it through. The space you left behind still lives inside my soul. Some people leave quietly, but their love stays in the walls forever. curtains move so gently when the midnight breeze comes in. Like the room still breathes your presence, even now you're gone again. Your reflection lives in glass panes when the city lights grow dim. And every quiet evening feels like it begins with him. The hallway light still flickers the way it used to do, back when every little moment somehow led me back to you. I keep staring through the silence at the places love once stayed, and every memory glows softly before it starts to fade. Against this heart of mine, I see your ghost in every reflection, frozen there in time. Ooh, every window still remembers. The kitchen smells like coffee, though your cup is put away. And I still catch myself listening for your footsteps in the hallway. Photographs upon the mantle watch me falling slowly apart, like they know the quiet sorrow living underneath my heart. And every passing season leaves another trace of you in the fading afternoon light and forgotten blue. I never knew that absence could feel so beautiful and cruel, like loving someone endlessly who no longer belongs to you. Every window still remembers the way we used to shine, all the laughter, all the longing, pressed between the blinds. Against this heart of mine, I see your ghost in every reflection, frozen there in time. Maybe love leaves fingerprints on everything it touches. Maybe hearts hold echoes long after losing someone. And maybe every shattered dream still carries pieces of the light that once made the whole world warmer before goodbye arrived. Every window still remembers the girl I used to be before the silence filled these rooms and took you far from me. But somewhere in the sadness, a softer truth still grows, that love can leave its beauty even after letting go. Oh, every window still remembers, and maybe so do I. The glass still catches traces of the love we left behind. different without you. Neon reflections shimmer across the empty streets, while strangers pass like shadows under tired marquee dreams. I walk the same old corners where your hand once held mine tight. Now every memory flickers underneath these fading lights. The cafe on the rooftop still plays our favorite songs, but even music sounds lonely now that you are gone. And every passing car light feels like a ghost of us, burning for a moment before disappearing into dust. Underneath these fading lights, I still search for your face in every blurred reflection and every crowded place. The city keeps on breathing, but my heart still stays behind, lost somewhere between forever and the night you said goodbye. Underneath these fading lights, the skyline looks so fragile, wrapped in silver rain, like the world itself is aching, trying not to say your name. I still hear your laughter in the midnight atmosphere, like echoes floating softly through the spaces you left here. And every little promise we whispered in the dark still glows like dying embers inside my shattered heart. I thought time would make it easier to let your memory go, but some loves stay illuminated long after losing hope. Underneath these fading lights, I still search for your face in every blurred reflection and every crowded place. The city keeps on breathing, but my heart still stays behind, lost somewhere between forever and the night you said goodbye. Maybe love was always meant to burn before it breaks. Maybe some hearts stay awake long after others fade. And maybe all this sadness is proof that what we had was real, because even broken memories still know how to feel. Underneath these fading lights, I finally see the truth, that even after losing you, there's still life to move into. Though your shadow still surrounds me like the glow of distant stars, I'm learning how to carry love without losing who we are. Underneath these fading lights, I'm still healing in the dark. The city never stopped shining, even when my heart did. You threw sharp words like daggers, but I answered soft and slow, trying to protect the pieces of a love already cold. I could've walked away angry, could've burned the whole thing down, but my soul was built too gentle to let hatred make a home. Even while you broke me, I still pray that you'd be okay. That's the tragic kind of softness my heart carries every day. I know I should've hated you for everything you did, but kindness kept surviving inside my broken ribs. I had a heart too soft to break back, too full of love to wound you too. Even drowning in the sadness, I still cared about the truth. And while you turned into a stranger, I kept trying to understand how somebody could destroy me while I still reached for their hand. Oh, a heart too soft to break back. The nights became much heavier after all the shouting stopped. Silence filled the empty spaces like rain inside my thoughts. I replayed every moment, searching for where we went wrong, wondering if love was ever strong enough to last this long. And though you never came back, part of me still leaves the door unlocked, because my heart keeps hoping gently even after all it lost. Maybe softness isn't weakness, maybe mercy takes more strength than becoming cold and bitter just because your heart was changed. I had a heart too soft to break back, too full of grace to let you bleed. Even with my world collapsing, I still wanted you at peace. And though your goodbye cut deeply like winter through my skin, I refuse to lose my kindness just because you lost yours then. Maybe some hearts are gardens, even after storms arrive, still growing little flowers where the pain once learned to hide. And maybe love means choosing not to mirror all the hurt, because becoming cruel from heartbreak only makes the wound feel worse. I had a heart too soft to break back, and now I finally understand that surviving without hatred is its own kind of strength. So I'll carry all this tenderness into brighter days ahead, knowing gentle hearts may shatter, but they still love again. Oh, heart too soft to break back, still beating softly through the dark. Some hearts survive by hardening, mine survive by staying warm. There are things my heart never learned to say. held the weight of losing you behind a quiet smile, pretending I was healing while breaking all the while. Every midnight conversation stayed trapped inside my chest, like words too full of sorrow to ever come to rest. And though I tried to hide it from everybody's eyes, the truth kept falling softly every time I cried. Some pain becomes too heavy for silence to contain, so it escapes in teardrops like whispers in the rain. If tears could speak tonight, they would call your name so slowly, tell you how I stayed awake, feeling empty, feeling lonely. They would tell you I still miss you even after all this time, because the deepest kind of heartbreak never fully says goodbye. If tears could speak tonight. Your sweater still hangs softly beside the bedroom door, like part of you keeps waiting for a life we had before. The moonlight through the curtains feels colder than it used to be, and every quiet memory still finds its way to me. I wonder if you think of us when the city falls asleep, or if I'm just another love you buried far too deep. I keep speaking to the silence, though no answer ever comes, because love doesn't disappear just because someone runs. If tears could speak tonight, they would tremble through the darkness, tell you every shattered piece still remembers where your heart is. They would ask if you still feel me somewhere underneath your skin, or if loving me was something you already left behind. Maybe tears are just the language broken hearts were born to use, when the soul becomes too fragile for ordinary truth. And maybe every falling drop carries pieces of goodbye that the lips are far too fearful or too wounded to describe. If tears could speak tonight, they would finally stop pretending, tell you love still lives inside me even now beyond the ending. And though the ache still lingers like a shadow in the light, I know someday these tears will turn into healing with the sunrise. If tears could speak tonight, they would sound like letting go. Some feelings never leave through words, they leave through tears instead. before you let go. You kissed me with a silence I didn't understand, like your heart was somewhere else while you were holding my hand. Your smile became much quieter, your laughter lost its glow, and every little I love you sounded softer than before. I kept trying to hold us together while you slowly slipped away, but love cannot survive when only one heart stays. And now I see the truth hidden in your eyes. You were grieving us already before our last goodbye. You love me like a goodbye, like a sunset fading slow, like a song that keeps on playing even when it's time to go. And every touch felt temporary, like your soul had packed to leave while I was still building forever. You were already grieving me. Oh, you love me like a goodbye. The photographs look different now, I see it in your face, the quiet kind of distance no amount of love could chase. You stopped dreaming beside me, stopped speaking about our future, like somewhere deep inside yourself you already knew the truth. And every night I held you, felt colder than before, like I was hugging someone standing halfway out the door. I wish I could have saved us before your heart turned numb, but some people leave emotionally long before they run. You love me like a goodbye, like winter after fall, like someone trying gently not to feel it all. And every promise trembled like fragile candlelight while I was begging love to stay. You were letting go each night. Maybe love can disappear without a single fight. Maybe hearts stop reaching when they're tired inside. And maybe that's what hurts the most about the way we died. You didn't leave me suddenly, you faded little by little over time. You love me like a goodbye, but I loved you like a home, like forever was still waiting somewhere down the road. And though your memory still lingers like smoke beneath the sky, I'm learning how to heal from someone who loved me like goodbye. Your shadow moves beside me in the silence of my room, like a whisper made of moonlight, still surviving in the gloom. I hear your voice in hallways where no one else has been, and every touch you left behind still lingers on my skin. The mirror holds reflections of the girl I used to know, before your love became a wound that never fully closed. I try to bury all the pieces underneath the passing years, but some ghosts learn how to breathe inside our deepest fears. There are ghosts beneath my skin, softly calling out your name, living in the spaces where your love still remains. And every time the night falls, I feel you moving in, like heartbreak built a haunted home with ghosts beneath my skin. Ooh, ghosts beneath my skin. The scent of rain on pavement still takes me back to you, to all the quiet evenings wrapped in silver city blues. I still wear certain sweaters just to feel your memory close, even though your absence hurts me more than anyone knows. And every little heartbeat feels haunted by the past, like part of me keeps hoping some broken things can last. Maybe love leaves fingerprints too deep to wash away. Maybe some souls that go long after they don't stay. There are ghosts beneath my skin, softly calling out your name, living in the spaces where your love still remains. And every time the night falls, I feel you moving in, like heartbreak built a haunted home with ghosts beneath my skin. Maybe healing doesn't mean forgetting who we were. Maybe scars become reminders of the hearts we gave away to love. And maybe every ghost inside me is just another form of grief, trying to protect the tenderness you left behind in me. There are ghosts beneath my skin, but they don't scare me anymore. They are fragments of a love I once believed was forevermore. And though your memory still lingers like shadows in the wind, I'm learning how to live beside the ghosts beneath my skin. Ooh, ghosts beneath my skin, softly fading into light. Some loves never disappear, they simply become part of you. But I noticed the exact moment everything inside me gave way. I wore happiness like makeup carefully across my face, smiling through the conversations while my heart fell out of place. You held me at the party while strangers laughed nearby, but your arms no longer felt like home, no matter how I tried. The music kept on playing, the light still softly glowed, yet something deep within me finally broke that night alone. And all the strength I carried started slipping through my hands, like a fragile little paper heart, too tired to pretend. It was the night my smile collapsed, right there beneath the neon sky, when all the pain I buried deep finally reached my eyes. And every fake I'm okay shattered quietly inside, because some hearts stop surviving long before they cry. The night my smile collapsed, I remember standing frozen in the bathroom mirror light, trying hard to recognize the girl I was that night. Mascara mixed with teardrops, like black rain down my cheeks. And for the first time in forever, I finally looked weak. Outside the city glittered like nothing had gone wrong, while my soul was slowly falling apart to our unfinished song. I kept holding on to pieces of a love already gone, until my smile finally surrendered to the truth I hid too long. It was the night my smile collapsed, right there beneath the neon sky, when all the loneliness inside me could no longer hide. And every whispered heartbreak rose like thunder in my chest, because pretending to be happy had finally left me exhausted. Maybe breaking down completely is the first step back to life. Maybe healing starts the moment we stop hiding what we feel inside. And maybe every shattered smile still carries pieces of the light, waiting softly in the darkness to return another night. It was the night my smile collapsed, but somehow I survived. Even with my whole world shaking, there was still a soul alive. And now the tears don't scare me like they once did before, because broken hearts can still become something beautiful once more. The night my smile collapsed was the night I finally faced myself. Sometimes the smile has to break, so the real healing can begin. part of me still believed you would come back. I left the hallway light on like I used to every night, pretending your footsteps might still arrive outside. Your jacket stayed beside me on the chair near the bed, like love could somehow linger even after what you said. I kept replaying old messages, searching for hidden signs, trying to find a reason why you left me behind. Everyone said let go, but my heart moves slower than time, because hope can survive quietly even after goodbye. I was still waiting for you long after you were gone, holding on to memories like they could bring you home. And every lonely midnight I listened for your voice, while the silence kept reminding me you already made your choice. I was still waiting for you. The rain against the window sounded like your gentle knock, and every passing stranger made my whole heart stop. I memorized the sound of your laughter in my head, so it wouldn't slowly disappear into the emptiness instead. And even while I shattered, I kept leaving space for you, because loving someone deeply makes impossible things feel true. Maybe hearts don't stop loving just because they break apart. Maybe some goodbyes linger forever in the heart. I was still waiting for you, like summer waits for spring, like broken birds still dreaming of what it felt like to sing. And every fading sunset still carried traces of your glow, while I stood in all the wreckage, too afraid to let you go. Somewhere through the aching, a softer truth appeared, that waiting for your return was keeping me trapped here. And maybe healing means accepting some people never come back home, so the heart must learn to hold itself when it's left alone. I was still waiting for you, but tonight I set you free. Not because I stopped loving you, but because I must love me. And though your memory still trembles like moonlight on the sea, I'm finally walking forward now with what remains of me. I was still waiting for you. Now I'm waiting for myself. Some love stay longer in the heart than they ever stayed in life. still hear us sometimes, but not as clearly anymore. Your laughter used to fill these rooms like sunlight through the glass. Now every echo fades away, a little more each passing day. I used to know your footsteps before you reached the door. Now memory feels quieter than it ever did before. Even your favorite records sound distant when they play, like the melody we built together is slowly drifting away. I never thought forgetting could happen this softly, like waves pulling footprints back into the sea. I'm slowly losing the sound of us, the rhythm of your heart, the way your voice once wrapped around me before we fell apart. And every fading memory breaks me just enough, because I still remember loving you, even when I can't remember us. So slowly losing the sound of us. I played our old voicemails just to hear your breathing near, but even pain grows quieter with every passing year. The little phrases you would say are slipping from my mind, like photographs dissolving slowly with the hands of time. And though I beg the silence to leave your echoes here, the truth is even heartbreak eventually disappears. Maybe healing sounds like this, soft and bittersweet, a love becoming distant, one heartbeat at a time from me. I'm slowly losing the sound of us, the thunder and the flame, the midnight conversations and the way you said my name. And every piece that disappears leaves an emptiness behind, because part of me still wants to keep what time is stealing from my life. But maybe love was never meant to stay unchanged forever. Maybe memories soften, so broken hearts survive the weather. Maybe letting go doesn't mean the love was small. It means the soul grows strong enough to carry less of it at all. I'm slowly losing the sound of us, but not the way it felt, not the warmth inside your arms, or the way my whole world melted. And though your voice is fading now, like distant radio light, the love we were will always live somewhere deep inside. Slowly losing the sound of us, but never the meaning of it. Some memories disappear quietly, like songs fading into the night. since you left. The blankets on the sofa still carry traces of your scent, like the room refuses to believe that all our love was spent. Your coffee mug sits quietly beside the kitchen sink, like time itself stopped moving the moment we began to sink. The winter sunlight enters but never seems to stay. It fades across the empty walls where your laughter used to play. I never knew how silence could freeze a beating heart, until your absence turned this place into a world apart. Where the warmth used to stay. The bedroom feels enormous without your sleepy smile, and midnight stretches endlessly for miles and miles and miles. I still leave one lamp glowing on your side of the room, like part of me still hopes somehow you'll return beneath the moon. But the nights grow colder slowly as reality sinks in. Some people leave the doorway but never leave your skin, and every fading memory feels softer than before, like the ache is learning quietly not to hurt so much anymore. Now I'm standing where the warmth used to stay, holding all the fragile pieces love could not save, and though the emptiness still trembles in my chest, I'm learning how to carry it and finally let it rest. Oh, where the warmth used to stay. Maybe hearts are like old houses, they remember every flame. Even after all the fire disappears, the walls still know the name. And maybe healing means accepting that some seasons have to end, so new light can find the windows and enter softly once again. Now I'm standing where the warmth used to stay, but I can feel a softer light beginning to remain. And though your love still echoes like winter through my veins, I know someday this lonely room will feel alive again. Oh, where the warmth used to stay. I'm slowly finding mine again. Even empty rooms can heal when the heart finally lets sunlight in. but it arrived like silence. You didn't slam the door behind you, didn't leave in flames or tears. You just slowly disappeared from me across the passing years. The mornings kept on coming, the sky remained the same, but something deep inside my chest could never heal again. I still answer when you called me, like nothing had changed at all, even while our love was quietly beginning to dissolve. And somehow that hurt more than anger ever could, watching tenderness fade away without being understood. Nothing ever hurt this quietly, like loving you alone, like feeling your heart drifting while still calling it home. And every little silence cut deeper than goodbye, because the softest kind of heartbreak never learns how to cry out loud. Oh, nothing ever hurt this quietly. The photographs still smile at me from shelves beside the bed, like they belong to strangers now instead of what we had. I still know your coffee order, still remember how you laugh, but memories feel heavier when they're all you have left. And every time I hear your name, the room grows strangely still, like grief has learned to settle softly into everything I feel. I thought pain would shatter loudly, like thunder in the rain, but some heartbreaks arrive gently and never fully leave again. Nothing ever hurt this quietly, like your fading touch at night, like pretending we were okay while losing us inside. And every whispered I love you started sounding far away, until silence became the language of our slow decay. Maybe the deepest wounds are the ones nobody sees, the ones that bloom in silence beneath calm melodies. And maybe hearts break softly to protect themselves from fear, because even shattered souls still want someone near. Nothing ever hurt this quietly, but nothing healed me more than finally facing all the sadness I kept hiding from before. And though your memory still trembles like moonlight on the sea, I know the silence that once broke me will someday set me free. Oh, nothing ever hurt this quietly, but I survived it quietly too. Some heartbreaks don't scream, they simply stay. always brings you back. The apartment hums softly with the sound of sleepless streets, while moonlight spills like silver rain across the empty sheets. I hear your laughter in the hallway, though nobody is there. Like memories still wander here inside the midnight air. The clock keeps moving forward, but my heart remains behind, somewhere in the quiet shadows where your hand once rested in mine. And every little silence feels louder after dark, when loneliness starts tracing the outline of your heart. These are the echoes after midnight, softly calling through my soul. Little fragments of forever I still haven't let go. And every whisper in the darkness sounds a little bit like you, like the night itself remembers everything we used to do. The echoes after midnight. City lights are fading, but sleep won't come tonight, because some memories grow stronger in the absence of daylight. I replay our final conversation like a film I cannot end, searching every broken sentence for the place we started bending. And though I close my eyes tightly, trying to escape the pain, your ghost still dances softly inside my restless brain. Maybe midnight keeps the truth that daylight tries to hide, the ache we carry quietly deep inside. These are the echoes after midnight, floating through the quiet room. Every unfinished feeling still blooming in the gloom. And every tear that falls beside me feels like rain against the sea, because the night still holds the version of you who once loved me. Maybe echoes are reminders that love doesn't disappear. It simply changes shape and learns to live inside the air. And maybe healing means listening without falling apart, letting memories pass through gently instead of haunting the heart. These are the echoes after midnight, but they don't break me anymore. They are pieces of a story I survived. silence after everybody left, like emptiness would swallow whatever heart I had left. I searched for love in strangers, for comfort in goodbye, trying to fill the aching spaces you left behind inside. But every road I wandered kept leading back to me, to the girl who needed kindness more than someone else to stay endlessly. And slowly through the heartbreak, a softer truth appeared. Sometimes healing starts the moment we stop wishing someone's here. I learned to hold my own hand when nobody reached for mine. Learned how to sit beside my sadness without falling every time. And though the nights were lonely, I survived them one by one, until the girl who once felt broken became somebody strong. Oh, I learned to hold my own hand. I started buying flowers just to brighten up my room. Started taking midnight walks beneath the silver moon. I learned the sound of my own laughter without needing your voice. And little by little healing began to feel like choice. The mirror looks much kinder now than it did back then, because I finally became the person I was begging love to send. Maybe strength is softer than the world wants us to be. Maybe loving ourselves gently is the bravest thing we'll ever need. I learned to hold my own hand through every storm and scar, through all the sleepless evenings and the nights that felt too hard. And though your memory lingers like shadows in the rain, it no longer takes my light away or defines my pain. Maybe hearts grow stronger, not from never breaking down, but from learning how to carry love without letting it drown. And maybe all this loneliness was never punishment at all. Maybe it was teaching me how to catch myself when I learned to hold my own hand, and now I finally see the love I kept searching for was waiting inside me. And though I once felt empty, like winter without dawn, I became my own safe place to keep my fragile heart warm. I learned to hold my own hand, and now I'm never truly alone. Some people leave, but you can still stay for yourself. I never noticed the healing at first. It arrived quietly. feeling heavy, like stones upon my chest. And little by little, my restless heart found rest. I opened all the curtains for the first time in months, and watched the golden sunlight touch places pain once touched. Your memory still existed, but softer than before, like waves that once were violent, now whispering to the shore. I thought healing would arrive like fireworks in the dark, but it came like gentle moonlight, returning to my heart. Softly, the pain became light, like dawn after endless rain. All the tears I carried quietly no longer felt the same, and every broken piece of me started learning how to shine, because even wounded hearts can become something divine. Oh, softly, the pain became light. I started hearing music without thinking of goodbye. Started walking through the city with softer, calmer eyes. The mirror looked much kinder than it ever used to be, like the girl inside the reflection had finally forgiven me. And though I still remember the nights that nearly broke my soul, they no longer feel like prisons, just chapters that helped me grow. Maybe pain was never meant to destroy who we are. Maybe it was shaping hidden wings inside these fragile scars. Softly, the pain became light, like candles in the dark, turning every shattered memory into tiny works of art. And every lonely evening that once felt hard to survive now glows like proof that even sorrow can teach a soul to Maybe healing isn't forgetting, maybe it's learning how to breathe without letting old heartbreak still define everything we see. And maybe all the tears we cry become rivers toward the sun, leading us back gently to the people we become. Softly, the pain became light, and now I finally know the heart can break completely and still continue to glow. And though your love once wounded me, it also helped me find a quieter kind of strength, living deep inside. Softly, the pain became light, and softly, so did I. Some pain doesn't disappear, it transforms into wisdom, into softness, into light. heartbreaks never make a sound. They simply live quietly inside us. I carried all my sorrow like moonlight in my hands, trying not to let it break while nobody understands. There were nights I smiled politely with storms behind my eyes, pretending I was healing while slowly saying goodbye to the girl who once believed love could save what time destroys, to the fragile little pieces hidden underneath the noise. But pain has its own language, even when left unsaid, and silence still remembers every tear we never shed. This is unheard heartbreak, the kind nobody sees, the quiet ache that lingers in ordinary things. It's learning how to breathe again when the soul feels torn apart. It's carrying invisible scars inside a gentle heart. Unheard heartbreak. I used to fear the loneliness after love had gone away, but somewhere in the darkness I found softer kinds of faith. I learned how to sit quietly beside my own pain without trying to escape it or beg for love again. And every broken memory became lighter over time, like shattered glass transforming slowly into something that can shine. Maybe healing isn't loud, maybe it arrives like dawn, softly touching wounded hearts until they carry on. This is unheard heartbreak, the tears nobody knew, the silent conversations I still sometimes have with you. But now the ache feels different, less like drowning, more like rain, because even broken hearts can bloom after the pain. And maybe all the sadness was never there to end me. Maybe it was teaching me how deeply hearts can feel. Maybe love still matters, even when it doesn't stay, because every wound became a lesson, lighting up my This is unheard heartbreak, but now I'm not afraid of all the quiet battles my soul survived alone in pain. And though your memory still lingers like stars before sunrise, I finally found my own light on the other side. Unheard heartbreak, you no longer own me. The silence never disappeared, but neither did I.